Fish and chips is one of the nation's favourites, but do you know the footprint of the fish you eat? Well, one local Chippy wants to change this by promoting the importance of sustainable fishing methods and protecting our seas for the future generations.
We've got a lot of people from our industry here, and basically it's just all about engagement with our customers and our community. So we're going to be talking about sustainability, traceability, provenance, where these actual raw materials are coming from that we feel so passionate about.
And the guys that are here, they're going to be in the queue talking to customers while they're waiting for the fish and chips, explaining where they're from, why they're here, and giving people a few questions that maybe they've got to answer, and they'll really sort of enlighten people of how much work goes into making sure the fish stocks are looked after.
I mean, if you think about me, I'm fourth generation in this business and I feel very passionate about that. But if I want this to continue for generations to come, for my family, then we have to start doing something about it.
3/4 of fish and chip fans saying that their local Chippy should serve sustainable seafood. Why is the way we fish for our food so important?
Obviously, the millers are serving linebreeze haddock, which is a Norwegian longliner. And the longline catching method is the most sustainable and environmentally friendly fishing method there is. Because all fish come on board alive on hooks.
It's alive swimming when it's come on board.
Yeah. So, and for example, the fishing method does not harm the ocean floor, the seabed. And for example, spawning cod, spawning haddock do not bite the hooks. Unlike, for example, the trout catching method, where you sort of vacuum the seabed. So there you have a big difference in terms of sustainability and of environmentally friendly catching methods.
And as we say, it's not a joke, but the fish can freely take the bait and it can be on your plate.
Yorkshire has more fish and chip shops than any other region, but how many of them are on board with serving sustainable seafood?
The latest figures show that overfishing has tripled in the past 40 years, and that's particularly important considering that over 1 billion people rely on protein as fish as their main source of protein. So it's really important for businesses to serve sustainable seafood. So there's lots of fish not for the current generations, but for the future as well. So, there's currently 120 fish and chip shops certified to the MSC standard, and that's a 115% increase since 2016. So there are so many shops which do choose the blue fish and they serve sustainable fish on their menu. So ever so slowly we are seeing an increase in the demand for sustainable seafood.
The National Federation of Fish Fryers represents around 10,500 fish and chip shops, and they believe that the end is in sight.
For years people have thought we're running out of fish, and we've done so much work, the entire food supply network, the fish supply network. For the last 14 years people have been working to make sure that the fish that we eat is sustainable. We need fish for future generations. We want fish and chips to carry on. The fishermen want to be able to fish for future generations as well. So it's really important that people choose sustainable fish. I mean, I think we're getting the message out. All fish is more or less sustainable now. It's about changing the perception that there are plenty of fish in the sea. As long as you buy from a shop that cares about what they're selling, you can eat fish with a clear conscience.
Norwegian waters are well managed and sustainable. But for the UK, with Brexit coming up, how will this affect the fishing industry?
We don't know yet, but Norway will continue to be a stable and secure supplier of seafood to the UK, also after Brexit. Sustainability is extremely important because we manage a resource that's been there forever, and we want it to continue to be there forever, so we can also have delicious seafood in the future, and also to secure the workplaces for all the fishermen.
With industry bodies from far and wide uniting to keep our seas safe from overfishing and protecting the seafood we eat for years to come, hopefully soon unsustainable seas will be a thing of the past. Abby Walker, That's TV.